How's your spirit? Boo-boos. It's that late night full moon energy that I want to talk to you about. Let me just say this. Shout out to Rashawn Dave, critically drinking. I happened to catch a stream just now. I haven't seen it in a minute, and it had nothing to do with my appreciation or respect for him. I just been through some things, and apparently he has too. Dude, it looks like he lost. I'm on my business on that part. Anyway, thank you for hitting the like, whomever you are. Please be sure to go ahead and share with your community what we're actually going to talk about. Ain't got nothing to do with the live stream that I was just watching. I just wanted it clear and recognizable. If you're talking about men who are respectable, it'll be Rashawn Dave all motherfucking day long out this bitch. You kidding me? Nigga, you want to shout out King from Conversations with King and act like this BS Ninja actually was bouncing ish? He don't respect you. He didn't respect you then. He sent you to target other motherfuckers. And your bitch ass did it too. And yes, I'm talking about the intellectual soapbox. Fuck you and the entire motherfucking crew. Why? Because you did that shit to me too. I stand on it now. I stand on it then. I always have. I always will. You stole every goddamn person that you could. And now look at you. Don't nobody respect you. Now, what it was that I want to talk about, and I got to move because I respect families too, and I'm about to curse a little bit. What we're not going to do, okay, is pretend like the full moon don't have an effect on all of us, okay? So what I want to talk about this evening, like I said, ain't got nothing to do with the live stream that I was watching. But I will tell you, when I see a respectable man and I see a bullshit ass coward ass nigga talking that dumb ass shit, you wouldn't get all thugnificent up in this bitch. You wouldn't do that shit with Darrell Long. You thought you could get away with it with Rashawn Dave because he cool. He moving a different kind of way. Got your goddamn feelings hurt tonight, didn't you? Won't do. Go over here. Sit down. And we're gonna talk about what I wanted to. Did y'all see the picture of the full moon? I wish I could have gotten it closer and brighter. Listen, this is YouTube, and it wasn't really like a thumbnail. It was just a picture take, real quick, right? All right. I'm just gonna get myself comfortable so I can talk to y'all. Right. Sliding, sliding. Look at God. All right. Take my shoes off. What we're gonna do? I want to talk to you. Good evening. About this, huh? I'm fantastic. How are you? Good. So we're gonna talk about this full moon energy. I'm gonna show it to you. Oh, I can't, bruh. I'm on the other. I'm not there. Hold on. I can't. Listen, I'm showing y'all the chair, but I want you to see this full moon taking off my shoes real quick. I'm getting comfortable. I told you. Okay. Let's see if I can get. Oh gosh, look at it. That. That is what we should be about. Look at the brightness of that bad boy. I can't zoom in. Do you see that? All right. So, talking about this full moon energy and what it does to people. That's why I said angry, tantric, or manic. Because the first and the last, the full moon can do that to you. It can also make you rapacious for adult interactions and conversations. It can make you move in ways with people that, well, isn't something that's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's for a select few. So I always talk to you about your spirit, your energy, and how you move. If you are angry, have been these last couple of days, is it you? Is it the full moon? A combination of the two? Or did someone give you something to witness and experience in your life that maybe made you speak up more than you normally would or differently? Did someone or something make you angry? Has it made you so angry that you can't control someone, that you are at the point of being manic? You know, bipolar, you know, pushing people around with your energy, your weight, your irritability, your less than mannish manicness. Do you know what it is to be manic? That means you're going back and forth between energies uncontrollably, right? Now, in between the two, I put tantric because if you do the right thing, the righteous thing, then you breathe through it. You emote, you express your feelings, and you move on. You move to new energy, you move to new spaces, you move to new places if you have to. Homie, in order to get away from the people who were trying to experience, make me experience some of the most manic shit that had me on borderline depression, suicidal, and ish, I moved all the way to Tucson, Arizona. I did not move to Tucson, Arizona because of what happened to my cousin Demario. I moved to Tucson, Arizona because the people that I was living around and with in North Carolina for the longest time, my family was siphoning off my energy. I remember specifically a time when both of my siblings had gotten the jobs that I wanted. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it's finally my time to get what it is that I have been desiring for so long back then. Do you know my sister was like, Psh, no, it's not. What make you think that? I'm like, because I took care of your ass for 2 fucking years, bro. What you talking about out here? You got me twisted. It's time for me to move on, to not allow someone else's disrespectful energy to get me outside myself to the point where I'm thinking about deleting myself, to the point where I can't stop thinking about how rude and disrespectful that ish really is. Time for me to bounce, man. So well before Demario was murdered, I had already signed up for AmeriCorps. I was waiting for them to send me spaces and opportunities. Then I went to Memphis. Then Demario was murdered. Then I understood there was more for me to do. And in order for me to be able to do it, I had to breathe through the disrespect and all of the manic energy of the people around me, trying to place that on me, trying to push me to believe that I wasn't worthy of my dreams, the things that I wanted, what I wanted to communicate, how I wanted to move, how I wanted to be, how I wanted to show up in the world. There's a problem with people who knew you when. They want to hold you to past life energy when you have crossed over into your own version of synergy, where you understand exactly who you are. And baby, you can be Jim out this bitch. And when you want to, you can show up holographically or any way you damn choose. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you stayed in the upright. You stayed in the light and you took a beat. You took a breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, however you need it to go. If you need to go and breathe, then do that shit. Now, as I said, the full moon can make you angry or manic. It can also give you that adult energy. People say all the time, you know what the best adult interaction is? When you've been mad at each other and you get together and you either have relations angrily or it's makeup relations. Some outright bullshit. You know what's better than that? Tantric sex. When two people breathe as one and move in that energy, and you are in that space specifically when you relate, that's different. That's when magic happens. The stars align. Both of your spirits, when it's over, are just fine. You are not depleted from the experience. When you breathe together, when you focus on each other in a positive manner, anytime, but especially during adult time, it's an entirely different beast. Since we're talking about mating, you all need to look at the Kama Sutra because the beast with two backs is a great place for some people to start. Just let that part be right there. Yet, if you've got to have angry sex or makeup sex, do you really care about the person that you're with? That you must put them through so much turmoil so that you can get a release? You really need to learn to breathe. It means that you have absorbed so much negative energy throughout your day that you need to spiritually throw up on somebody and then sleep with them. To me, that's manic as shit. It's crazy to think the best way to create or raise a baby is in that type of energy. Like I said, you want, I want, and we all should want synergy with our partner, with whomever it is that we keep around us on a regular basis. Because when you step outside your house, there are damn near no peaceful spaces. A long time ago, I spoke to you about unmasking, unpack your black, unmask the lies and the bullshit that you have to put on to go outside. I wasn't talking about your wigs and your makeup and your inability to show up in a real way. I meant literally take off the shit that's not you. It's not serving you. That brave face that you put on before you leave, as soon just before you walk out of your door, just before, right? You're in your bedroom, in the bathroom, you singing and dancing, you feeling yourself, but yet you get to that door Because remember, you woke up recognizing you had to go to work anyway. So you had to step out of your space into the world with people who you don't recognize. They don't recognize you. They don't respect you because, well, these days no one feels they have to respect anybody and they think that somehow they just go get by. So you in your room, you in your kitchen, you in your bathroom, you in your living room. You are who you actually are. Just as your hand hits that handle to go outside and interact with the world, you transform into that masked energy. You turn into a beast of burden. You carry the weight of the world and all your secrets out into the streets. You're worried that everyone can see that the worst things about you are already recognizable when the truth of the matter is most people don't even see you. They are looking right through you if they're even looking at you. Most folks got their face down in TikTok, YouTube, trying to get through their own damn journey. So whom are you masking for? Who are you trying to hide your energy from? Who are you trying to hide your true self from? Them or you? Shout out to Love Peppermint Tara and I can't remember your other channel right this minute. Shanita, please forgive me. Maybe if you all start listening to some things other than your own feelings, your manic and your anger, because don't nobody give a damn about what you actually hiding. Maybe if you listen to something other than yourself or your speaker box blaring your echo chamber of information and ego back to you. Yo, bro, seriously, please forgive me. Somebody out here must have like a cotton candy or something like that, like babe, because it smells amazing. Earlier, it smelled barbecue. I was like, no, I cannot wait to barbecue again. I remember in culinary school, that was one of the things that I really wanted to do. Then I met Chef Joe and Chef Toria. And I was like, bro, we could really do this. It just wasn't divine timing, right? But I really thought, listen, we could get us one of those big barbecue grills, you know, the ones that they build out of old barrels, right? Of like gas barrel type things. We could get one of those, right? Hitch it to the back of a trailer and travel around the country, hitting barbecue competition after barbecue competition. Listen, especially now we all have grown children. Back then, Chef Joe's son was a little too young for him to do that type of thing. More specifically, hmm, I had disrespectful energy all around me because they couldn't figure out how I kept moving in the upright, how I managed to get through culinary school, still see my children and do all the things that I needed to. They decided they wanted to siphon off my They wanted to do their best to make me focus on them more than me or my children. The broad I was with specifically was like, you pay more attention to your kids than you do to me. What the hell? What you think I should? There are grown men who have a wife and children who are mad at their wives because they pay more attention to their sons or children jokingly because they recognize that they need to pour love into the children. And it feels some type of way because You used to pour love into me like that. I recognize that. That's just bro, I think I just saw a shooting star. Yay! It's some wild energy out here. Totally, it's that full moon energy. And how do you deal with it? How do you move through it? Make sure you stay in the upright. I'm telling you, the only way to do it is to breathe through it. As you learn to, once you have honestly learned to breathe through everything, the good, the bad, the indifferent, there's almost nothing that can phase you. Told you. I was woken up at 2:22 in the morning. Someone seeking out someone who technically didn't exist as far as anybody around us knew, right? I went back to sleep and had a dream about the feds. I woke up at 5 something, got up and started my day, been up ever since. I have been singing and dancing and entertaining myself all day. I even made a video about the old bitty bitch energy that's out here. Why? Because it's real. And while it does not reside in me, it is my job to tell you that old bitter bitch is come in all shapes and forms. It's not just in the same way that someone can be an N-I double GER, N-I-G-G-E-R, and does not have to be black specifically. Bitter bitches, witches, warlocks, and snitches exist in female, masculine, and twin spirit energy. It is up to you to find synergy within yourself, the community, and the people around. As I told you, you should watch a show by the name titled Undone, especially season two, when we're talking about bringing yourself back together, right? I said it, my name is Janine Christie Perkins. No, excuse me, Janine Christie Paxton Perkins Hill. You know how many identities that is? That's before I got married. That is after I got married and realized and effort that this is not my childhood, my middle and teen years. Then I got married. And now the energy after that. That's at least 5 different energies that I have to bring back into synergy after learning to live in this body after 15. My very first live stream, how I murdered a bad chick. It took me that long, from 2007 to 2020, to kill off the fat chick energy inside of me. And after that, I had to go on a journey to determine that I want the woman that I wanted to be moving forward. How would I show up in the world, especially if no one showed up for me? How could I do the things that I wanted to do, give back to my community and the people around me? Good evening. If I wasn't being my true self, if I wasn't sharing my full identity, who I truly am, who my creator meant me, I had to let go of anger. And honestly, I let go of that manic, not being me energy. And so the feds, the government, and the police targeted me. And that experience is taking me on a whole nother journey. As I told the homie Rashad, I died out here. Give me some time to get my own self aligned. Forgive me if there's something I missed or something amiss. I died. It wasn't just a piece of shit. Government came for me and was targeting me before I even started this YouTube channel or live streaming. So let me do this. I apologize to anyone who was targeted after by the feds, government agents, YouTuber feds who, well, your day is coming because the Lord is coming. And I apologize to, I apologize to you because I should have recognized that the feds would come for me and they would do anything to destroy, even send a sheep in sheep's clothing, pretending to be a black sheep. It is. You are not me. They could not be me. The feds would go after everybody and push people away from me. They would use people in every space to spread lies and rumors and bullshit about me behind the scenes and on screen, and eventually I've handled them. I've had conversations with them. They've told lies and things. Yeah. I listen, I speak my truth, and I move because I know I ain't got to do nothing to you. God's got me, and He's going to handle you. So I learned to breathe through any, even the full moon energy. I told y'all this morning in the early morning stream about this dream that I had. I told you about my vivid dream the night before. Full moon energy, black cats, witches, wizards, warlocks. Listen, if you did not know this before, the people who have money will do anything and use any weapon to stay in power. They do not want you to even the score. So they do not want you to reach into your spirit and attain your spiritual gifts, the ones that your ancestors wrote on your soul. They don't want you to recognize whom you are, who you are. They don't want you to take back your control. Listen, I apologize. Let me say that the right way. They do not want you to take control, to unpack your black, the lies and the bullshit that they've sold you about the world around you, and specifically people who look like me. But honestly, today, anybody who shows up in any way with which they disagree, they do not want you to think for yourself, to recognize They want to keep you angry to the point of manic so you forget to breathe. And all you can do is think, oh my God, it must be me. If I can't do this, it's got to be me. Let me go ahead and delete me. As I said to you earlier, and if you didn't know it, you'd better go and educate yourself. Before they assassinated Martin Luther King, they tried to get him to commit suicide. They targeted him in multiple ways. Listen, we hear stories today, and folks are out here. Listen, what was that nitwit's name? Simone something or other, who decided that she was going to disrespect MLK's legacy because she heard that he had been otherwise engaged with other women. You don't know how the government works. And back then, listen, I know they didn't. Every movement was infiltrated by the CIA, the FBI, and any other alphabet boy they could use. Which is why I never, ever, ever stopped speaking truth. I've not lied to you, and I've not stopped going live because I recognize they would do it to me too. Unpack your black is a movement. Keep your spirit up. What's your theme song? Bro, that's just straight. How many more things can I come up with to get you to take control of your destiny and move in the way that the Most High intended so that you can have generational health, wealth, and a legacy that spans dynasties. That's the energy that I have always been in. I know I showed you guys some time ago, and perhaps one day I will hold them up for you. I showed you the pins of my sons when they were younger. The year after I had gastric bypass surgery, I was able to coach all their basketball teams. I was full of life and energy. We were going nonstop until the family terrorist, known as their father, came out. And then it was different again. It was almost as if the fellas and I were family, and he was infiltrating our space and getting in the GD way. It's part of the reason why I am where I am today. Because that man could never get out of my way. And honestly, neither could I. Because I knew and recognized as the father of my children, I had to do my best to show respect for him until they could witness for themselves the truth of who he was as a human being and decide to be different men, specifically, than him and some others that met along the way. Listen, because these so-called witches and warlocks and bad itches and whatever aren't in tune with whom they are spiritually, they depend on the energy of the moon to get their craft done. Witchcraft, bitchcraft, bitches brew. which is true. It's all the same. You know what I'm saying? When you reach into and you truly know your spirit and the energy that goes through you, well, then you ain't got to worry about the cycle of the moon. You just have to be who you are and breathe. Show up every day and enjoy everything you see. Enjoy everything around you, every experience, everything that you might go through, the good, the bad, the ugly. It is an experience. It isn't happening to you unless you choose to let it. It's simply energy moving through and around you. It is up to you to grab a hold of that energy, harness it like the energy of the moon. Shine as bright as the moon is tonight. When you can hold your spiritual globe in your hand and glow it, bro, that's different. That's something that no one, not man, not beast, not burden, can take away from you because you recognize there's more inside of you than the secrets and the energy you're hiding beneath your mask. For some of you, it's already Sunday. For some of us, Sunday's coming soon. It's God's day. Maybe make it the first day. You unpack your flag. You walk out your house unmasked, and you live as free as your ancestors put their lives and souls on the line so that you could be. You may believe that you owe them nothing, that you owe them everything. From your eye color to your eyebrows. I'm fantastic. How are you? He was one of the first people that I met who was honestly more toothless than me. He was offering me something to eat. He's like, I can't eat it. I ain't got no teeth. And I smiled. I was like, neither do I. What I'm going to do with it? That is being able to accept your life and what God has in store for you. Bruh, I've been out here busy and moving all day. My lips are is bothering me. My this like I've been taking care of my skin, all of that. I had to get rid of so many things to come into this. It definitely felt like a step back or two or 12 until I woke up and recognized I am here to bear witness. To bear witness, I must experience. Once I have borne witness or and experienced, I can give you my full testimony, free and clear of any fears or doubts or concerns about persecution. There's nothing that you can say or do to me that I haven't already said or done to myself. There's nothing that you can force me to accept coming out of your mouth. Well, hell, I know myself too well. I go live whenever the spirit tells me to because I don't want you to have to experience everything that I do in order to keep your spirit up. Bro, these last 3, 4 days have been some of the most amazing of my life. So I wasn't worried about being a terrible man's wife. I wasn't worried about my sons and their innocence. I promised them that they wouldn't pay the black tax, and I stand on that. Now, should you respect and care for those who came before you? Goddamn right. If that means sometimes you gotta come out of pocket, that's what we've all had to do. That's what we're supposed to do. That's community because you before you had a motherfucking pocket, you had them people showing up and pouring into you. That's the power of the Most High. And that full moon energy, that's just showing you a little bit of what he can do. Well before I knew what an empath was, or that it was something that resided in me, I could see the energy that resided in the people around me. I knew whether or not they had my best interest in. Shout out to Lil Durk. Excuse me. I posted it on my community wall. There was a man who was streaming his content, so to speak, from his tent. He was homeless, but he was sharing Little Dirk. Little Dirk saw it, walked up on him, gave him a hotel room for 30 days, gift cards, and all kinds of things, and told him, "Thank you for sharing my content. Thank you." This man got copyrighted material, but he was like, "Bro, thank you for doing what you do." And until he asked the gentleman, "Do you want to be on camera?" He didn't. He respected that man's privacy because no matter how they show up, we show up in the world homeless, addict, recovering, unrecognizable. We're still human and deserving of respect and privacy, should we so choose. I ain't saying Lil Durk was about that good, but for the grace of God, I could be in this man's shoes yet. He recognized that man didn't have to do what he was doing either. That's that type of inspiring energy I want to witness for more of our community. Pouring love into others because it's the right thing to do, not because it's a damn tax write off, because you want to be like the white boys around you. Them motherfuckers. They ain't moving for nobody but themselves. So if that's who you want to be, you ain't got to support my stream. You ain't got to say my name. You ain't got to shout me out. You ain't got to share my content because you're not actually a part of my community. You're a bed in sheep's clothing. I don't give a fuck about you. There are those of you in this world who are undeserving of anything from me. Spirit of the Most High got you covered though, and I do not mean in a comfortable way. Which is why I can keep moving on with my day and not worry about your anger, your disrespect, or your bitter bitch, angry, manic energy. Find your peace, breathe through it, stay in the light, stay in the upright, keep your spirit up. I'll see you in the streets. Have a good night. Peace. I love you. The Most High does too. I'll see you in the streets. Maybe even in my dreams. We'll see what the full moon energy and my need for sleep brings this evening. Peace.